Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Greg. Welcome to the channel. This morning I went out on a hike, got up to the top of a hill, did some, I faced the sun like I'm facing right now. Yeah, I'm just right in front of my window. Yeah, I did the Turisaj rune mudra. I chanted Tung 27 times, and I did the whole breath 9 times. And then I did Woden, the chant to Woden 9 times. If you guys are familiar with that one, Thunder Wizard teaches that one also, where you just touch your thumbs at your navel and you chant Woden. And he says that's more of the masculine earth energy, and the whole breath is the feminine energy. So you do both of those, you get that good balance of energy. And then of course with the Thor energy, you get the good life force energy of the universe too. And ooh, felt really good. I hadn't done the Woden chant in months. It's been a while, and it just came to me to do that one. So I decided today I would talk about this dream I had, which felt to me like a vision, an encounter with Odin's energy. And it's February 2020 right now. I think it was in It was in March. Yeah, I started talking to the Thunder Wizard of 2018. But in February 2018, that's when I started watching his channel. And yeah, I wanted to talk about this vision I had. It was in a dream kind of a state. It was trippy. So I got it written down right here. So I just want to read what I wrote down because I wrote it down the next day. This is August 18th, 2018. This is what I wrote. Sometimes I can't sleep. I start going into a psychedelic state of mind. I stopped taking mushrooms mid-February and stopped smoking weed on April the 8th. But I'm still able to get into these hallucinatory states, either from trying to sleep or in meditation. Either I'm still detoxifying my body, my energy body is still cracked open or permanently cracked open, or my third eye is fully open that I see energy projected and or filtered through my personal consciousness perception. So, got a lot of different thoughts there, assumptions, as well. Um, okay, I was having psychedelic dreams of colors morphing into others and glowing, zooming in and out, spinning. I kept waking up feeling like I slipped out of body paralysis. So I remember that I was having that body paralysis feeling. I kept on waking up and having to really move my arms to feel them. And yeah, like I said right here, I was detoxifying myself from mushrooms. It had been 6 months that I stopped taking mushrooms, but I was taking them Thanksgiving 2017, the day after. I started taking mushrooms every day, all the way up till where I said right here, the end of February. I was taking them every day. I was microdosing, just taking a little bit, but on the weekends I was taking a lot. So I was just totally filled up with this mushroom energy within my body, and I was smoking weed every day uh, for the previous 33 years. So I was full of marijuana too, you know, and so this is like 6 months later, and I'm still kind of feeling like I'm detoxifying because I had so much of this stuff within me. And let's see, where did I leave off? Um, Next to my bed on a small table, I have a portable light the size of a hockey puck. On the top, you don't push a button to turn it on and off. You just touch this small circle on an edge, and it turns on and off. So if you could see that right here, I got this. See that light? You just touch the top right here, and this is the hockey puck light that I had. At one point, at 1:30 a.m., I woke up and was lying there with eyes closed, still looking at purple and yellow colors moving around. So I woke up from a dream and I was still having these hallucinatory yellow and purple colors, and that's kind of a common um, color sequence that people see is these yellow and purple when it starts coming on, when much psychedelic power plants start coming on into a person. You see those purple and yellow colors. um, then I saw through my eyelids a brightness. So that's kind of like when you look at the sun and you see the brightness of the sun. So I opened my eyes and the hockey puck light was on. So I thought it could be a spirit, and then I felt some kind of a fear. Then something I'm not. This is something I'm not used to. I'm used to hearing the walls pop around me in meditation or when I'm in and out of sleep, but I never had a light turn on. So I'm wondering if any of you have ever had those kind of experiences when you're in meditation or you're in and out of sleep. The walls pop behind you. Like that's what was happening to me right behind my head. The wall was popping, and sometimes in meditation too, when I have these realizations about my life, about bad habits or tapping into a memory, I get these sounds coming through the walls. I also consider that it could just be the walls settling in. I'm not really sure, but it does happen most of the time when I have these kind of realizations, or I'm in these altered states of mind, where I'm having these heavy hallucinations when I'm asleep. And I've heard other people on YouTube talk about them before. And I've heard some person talking about spirituality, and it happens as they're talking about certain things, you know. So, yeah, I was wondering if anybody had those kind of experiences as well. So, I lied with eyes open, tripping out on what just happened. Because this light turned on. That was really tripping me out. My neck was tense. I couldn't relax. I leaned over and I turned the light off. And then again, I was in and out of sleep. I couldn't remember the dreams, but I knew they were psychedelic, constantly changing. So I was seeing all kinds of colors and stuff. And then I woke up again and was lying with eyes closed, and and this light turned on again. What is it? And then I smiled and I thought, I feel you, if that's a spirit. I was getting a lot of goosebumps all over my body. I remember that happening to me too. I was feeling like this total, it was like a cold kind of an energy, something cold. And I was feeling a lot of goosebumps. I was getting like, it felt positive to me, but at the same time, it was a new experience to me. So I was feeling kind of like, what the hell's going on? This kind of fearful. And a minute goes by and the light turns off on its own. And then I smiled and I laughed. So again, this light, it just turned off. This time it turned on and off. And I was feeling those high vibrations in my body, feeling like there was something in the room, dark room. I picked up my phone and I Googled how spirits make their presence known. And what I read was they do it by sounds, lights turning on and off, or with scents, smells, odors. I put my phone down, went back to sleep, continued having trippy dreams, in and out of sleep. Same thing happened. I'm awake again with eyes closed. And again, this light turns on again. So this is the third time this happened. So I was really like tripping out. I was feeling these vibrations, high vibrations within me. Positive vibrations though. Really nothing scary. It's just what was scary was that it was a new experience to me. It was tripping me out. I just felt really loaded with energy. Like DMT was pouring out of me, out of my third eye, all that kind of stuff. And so I waited to see if the light would turn off. And my anxiousness was making me feel tense. I remember waiting a few minutes, and then I was getting really tense. So then I turned off the light myself. I just leaned over and hit the little top of it and turned it off. I go back into trippy dreaming. I wake up, still with eyes closed, and I caught a whiff of the smell of wine. So that right there tripped me out. As I'm waking up, I smell this wine, this scent of wine. And I immediately thought of Odin. Odin, he drinks wine. Or when we give offerings to Odin, it's usually wine. And I thought of Odin, and I said, "Is that you, Odin? I feel you. I am open to your lessons." And then a few minutes later, the light turned off. So that was just really tripping me out. Again, the light turns off again as I'm saying this stuff. And I was hearing lots of popping sounds in the wall behind my head too. Right behind my head, just laying down on the bed. And those popping sounds were happening right behind my head. And that was tripping me out too. I was like, fuck, this is fucking trippy. This light's turning on and off. I feel this cold presence that's giving me goosebumps, and the walls are popping behind me. And I go back into dreaming, I go back to sleep again, and I'm seeing these yellow, spongy looking sprockets connecting to each other. So another trippy dream, like sprockets, all these sprockets connecting, wheels and wheels of sprockets connecting all the way into infinity. Um, where did I leave off? Connecting to each other. They went on and on into infinity. I wake up in a half awake, half asleep state. I'm conscious of feeling my body, and right behind my closed eyelids, I'm still seeing this dream happening. So it was strange. I was amazed at what was happening. So this was an experience I hadn't really experienced before either. Is I'm in that half awake, half asleep state of mind, and usually when you're fully asleep, that's when the vision of the dream is happening. But as I'm waking up, my eyes are still closed, and this dream is still right behind my closed eyelids. It's happening like a vision, and that was really tripping me out because at the same time that I'm seeing those sprockets still turning into infinity, I could feel myself laying on the bed, and in my mind I'm still thinking, man, this is trippy. I'm actually still seeing the dream, and I'm awake right now. It's like, what the hell is happening? Then I saw, felt, and heard something that stopped the dream. I saw a camera flash behind my closed eyelids, like a lightning flash, and I heard a swish sound, and I felt it physically shake my head, and the dream stopped. So that was really trippy to me too. There was a flash, just a flash behind my closed eyelids that stopped the dream, and I felt it jolt my neck. I twitched, and it physically shook my head, and I woke up like, what the hell? So I laid there looking at the ceiling, thinking, what was that? And a minute later, the light turned on again. This light turned on again. So then I got a lot of goosebumps all over my body, and I smiled. And again, I'm just lying there like, this is really trippy. Never had this experience. I never had this experience again with this light turning on and off. As you can see, it works fine right here, or there's a lot of sun right here. You can't see it, but yeah, it works good. But it's never done that again. And then a couple of minutes go by, and right when the light turned off, my alarm went off to wake me up. So this was like I think it was maybe 6 in the morning or something. I was ready to go take a hike. This was on a Saturday, I think it was. Saturday night, Sunday morning, yeah, August 18th, 2018. So that was trippy. Like right when the light turns off, it turned off on its own, and then my alarm went off to wake me up to go take a hike. So this was really trippy. This, to me, I feel like this was how Odin was making his presence known to me. This is August. I was just barely. I started talking to Thunder Wizard in March of 2018. Started watching his videos in February. So I'm 5-6 months into becoming aware of Odin and his energy, and what he's all about. Is really the All Father, as he says, the highest awareness within us. He is the reflection of ourselves. So really, I do feel like he was coming to me and making his presence known to me in this way. I'm detoxifying myself of power plants, of mushrooms, of marijuana. I stopped drinking too at that same time, that April the 8th that I stopped smoking weed. And I just feel like these conscious energies know how to make their presence known to the individual through their own reflection of reality, in order to help them to wake up more to their true reality. And with me, it was this way, through these flashback hallucinatory type dreams, detoxifying type dreams that I was having. These sprockets of infinity. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means the infinity of my soul, our soul, the universe, the infinity of expansion of consciousness. You know, I don't know. I have a bunch of assumptions about what's going on, and what I always say to myself too. I mean, even if this was just a regular flashback kind of a dream, well, I mean, how can I explain this light turning on and off though? This was really tripping me out. But even if it was just a regular dream, I could still use this experience to really help me to grow as an individual, as a part of this universe. Really grow, expand, tap into my infinity, and yeah, it just really helped me out, helped me grow, and it still helps me grow. And today I was out there doing the Odin chant, so I thought I'd talk about this experience I had with Odin. I talked about another vision before. Um, when the Thunder Wizard, maybe it was like a year ago, I don't know, he was doing he had a Qigong video where he asked some people to send in videos about their experiences with Qigong, and I was one of the people that sent them in. And one of the basic thing I was saying was that after I was doing Qigong, I was having visions right behind my closed eyelids. And yeah, this is that time period of when I was having those experiences of those visions. It was really a trippy experience. I was having a lot of different visions, and I was talking to the Thunder Wizard about them. And I think it's probably been about a year since I've had these visions. They stopped happening. You know, and I really think that when they were happening, that was really what I needed to help me to feel that connection to the conscious universe, to feel that it's a reflection of what's going on within me, that's really the real reality of what's going on here, living on the earth plane. And yeah, I just want to say, I haven't had those experiences in about a year now. And, when you have those visions, they really happen when you really need them. I suppose you can still like go on a spiritual journey, choose to have a shamanic experience, and you'll possibly get into that visionary state or some kind of intuitive state. Something will happen, when it's really visual like this, or it's really, I don't know, what is this, paranormal, lights turning on and off. I think those experiences kind of happen when you really need them, when you really need some kind of pat on the back or a little bit of a nudge to help you to keep going. Yeah, during this time period, I was very stressed out about work. I was really hating the job that I was in. I was ready to get out of there, and I did. I did get out of there. 3 months later, in September, I ended up leaving that job. So thank God for that. Thank Odin for that. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that experience. Yeah, if anybody would like the Thunder Astrology readings or 9 World Rune reading, just go to greg.thunderwizard.com. And yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Peace.